Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for XRP and Link and ADA price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna start with XRP on the daily where we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5 finished wave 1 or a wave A there can be as well. But basically it can be of course a wave 1 since we have in the all-time history a wave C to unfold toward the upside. So basically, what we got after it is a wave 2 here, potentially taken from the wave 1. As a retracement, 0.38 has to be reached at least here for this scenario 1.58. Now, as you can see, this correction can be several things. Can be, of course, a wave A as diagonal. Can we be a wave B there? And then we're looking for a wave C down here, that it can be, of course, something as a diagonal, knowing that this wick is horrible. And to be, of course, considering this wick, it is, of course, a W here, an X, and a wave Y that is still forming here. The wave Y can be an A, B, C, and a zigzag here, which it can still, of course, reach our target as a wave 2 in case that this is a corrective move here from XRP and that we drop down, of course, still for an ABC zigzag. If we dive a little bit inside it, we can see that this move here from XRP is very impulsive, right? We have reached the 2.618 as a potential 1-2 here. Now it can be an ABC, but the wave C to reach the 2.618 is very, very rare case. And it's very extended. So it's very rare to call, of course, this as a wave C. Very likely it is a wave 3. And therefore, we are looking here at a potential impulse toward the upside, where we have a 1, 2, and then 3 here, 4, and a 5. If this wave 5 is not finished yet, and you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, so very likely that we might take one more high here for XRP, where we might still reach, of course, this level to finish up, of course, this wave 5 in the yellow scenario. So basically, I would say in case we are looking for a wave 5 there, it can be very likely to reach this box, of course, between the 0.618 and the 1-to-1 fib level taken from the zone 1 based on the wave 3. So in this case, I would say that we might still seek for higher here, and especially that in the top here, where we start to dump toward the downside, and nothing is impulsive. It is a 3 waves there, which it might be, of course, an A, B, and a C here, but very likely as well to be a W, X, and a Y. This wave Y can be a zigzag, very fast zigzag, and then, of course, starting to seek for higher prices. We'll see, of course, basically the invalidation of the scenario is 1.95. So, yeah, it's very far, I would say. And in case that the price is going to dive deeper impulsively, then okay, we gotta be careful from it. It might be something, of course, impulsive, even knowing that it looks like 3 ways. So I doubt it so much here. I still seek, of course, for one more high, basically for XRP. Yep, so this is regarding XRP, the Elliott Wave. So for XRP on the 1-minute chart here, we are looking at this double signals from the top. As you can see, double signals, this is a very strong signal for bearish, of course. And that's why, of course, we have dropped down very, very massively. Now, this is, of course, can be something impulsive. So it can be also an ABC in W, X, and a Y, but very clear 3 waves. So because of these 3 ways, it's very hard here to call, of course, something impulsive as a big 1, 2, and then we drop down. So very likely we are still corrective, but of course this signal is very, very clear here. Now, what is also evident that we got, of course, another bullish signal, of course, within this drop, which it is in divergence here right now, and pushing, of course, the price again toward the upside, which it is, of course, very likely to see a wave 5, of course, pushing for a new high here. Yep, so this is regarding XRP. Let's move for Link here. Now for Link on the 4-hour chart as well, after this deep correction and complex structure, we got, of course, here something that it might still be, of course, an ABC, or it might be, of course, a triangle, and then we push down. And that because, of course, the 886 is taken in the low here. So I still believe that the price might push down again, of course, and take the low, and probably take, of course, our testing area that we're looking for here between 0.618 and the 0.786 for wave 2, meaning you are looking here at a potential wave 1 as of course diagonal, and then finished wave 1 then, and you're looking here for an ABC potentially. This is can be even the triangle between an ABC before we push for higher. So it can be a short wave C definitely. Now what we are looking at here on the lower time frame, 1 hour, we have a wave 1 potential impulse, but this is very corrective sideways for a wave 2. Therefore, it is much more likely to be in a wave B, and we gotta be careful with it, because also I don't see a nice ending here for this impulse in case we are impulsive. So if we are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, first thing, wave 4 is horrible in alternation. It doesn't work so much. Wave 5 is also yeah, very choppy, but it still can be, of course, a diagonal zigzag wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. But very choppy, I would say. Yeah, so still can be an ending diagonal, meaning you have finished there. But we gotta be careful again, because this tend to be a wave B, and the wave 4 doesn't alternate so much, and that means, of course, it is very likely that you might be in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 internally here for a wave C as an A, B, and a C, and this is your zigzag for the triangle, meaning the triangle might be an A, B, C, D, and an E, of course, and then pushing for lower. Okay, because of course after this triangle, wave E, and then of course we drop down. Yep. So this is regarding link as well. If we take a look on at link on the 1 minute chart, so we can see as well a bullish signal has appeared here in divergence, but you have to be careful. The price is very close to take the low of the signal and invalidate the bullish there. But if we take a look here, you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potentially finished as an impulse, and it might be here an A, B, and a C expanding flat finished as well. And that means, of course, yes, we might push for higher here, as we can see another impulse unfolding there as a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we might continue toward the upside here. So basically, I would say then this is an expanding flat here, and then you have to consider your wave 5 is topping over there exactly. Yeah, so A, B, and a C. And then we're looking for something to push for higher potentially. Well, it can be even unfinished wave 5, but the things are not really nice to see here as potential 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will create something even much more complex as an impulse, I would say, because yeah, wave 2 is very shallow. This looks like a zigzag. In case we get a wave 5 only, maybe shorter than the wave 3 can be, of course, then you count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, since we didn't get invalidation yet. But yeah, I doubt it a little bit. We gotta be careful with link. It doesn't look a perfect impulse here, honestly. We'll see, of course, but very likely that we are corrective. We gotta be careful with it. All right, so for ADA, which is the final one we have here on our list. So we have an ABC here potentially finished for ADA, and then because of course we're looking here after a correction A, B, and we're looking potentially for wave C. So also we gotta be careful. It might be here an ending diagonal formation, or it can be even a W, X, and a wave Y. The wave Y is also kind of like a zigzag. Yeah, so it can be an A, B, and a C. Your wave C has to be an impulse, and if this is a double 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, then getting 4 and a 5 can still be very likely to finish this wave C. So we gotta be careful with it. On the 1 hour chart, also we try to count here the impulse, which is also like link. It shows kind of like zigzag. So we gotta be careful because the impulse here is very clear as a wave A, wave B, very short, and then wave C, and then we drop down. So we gotta be careful with it. In case that we have a top tier for ADA, I'm looking as well on the 1 minute chart here to see what do we have. So we have also a potential finished impulse downward, an A, B, and a C as well, expanding flat. So yeah, we're still corrective, and we're still in divergence here with the within the price, but the sell signal is very strong, of course. This might be a wave C for an expanding flat, and that means, of course, we have topped over there exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 ABC potential. One more high, okay, one more high, but I don't like it again. Yeah, so if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, wave 5 has to be very short and then pushing for lower. Yep, so these are the possibilities for Link, ADA, and XRP. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.